if something has YuYuYu in the title, we are going to spoil it in this podcast. This is Carl's Dave Anime Rave. Yuki Yuna is a hero / Yuki Yuna YuYuYu retrospective / dub review. We are watching a show we've already watched in Japanese to A, watch it again, and B, talk about its dub, and also talk about the various expanded universe materials, a lot of which have come out since this show ended. We learned a lot more about the characters' lives, and it's been fun to kind of talk about them in the context of this show. This is episode 5. Dave, what do you remember about episode 5?
The shit hits the fan.
There's a lot of there's a lot of action in this episode, and it is gorgeous.
Yes. You said spoilers, but there's also...
shit-talking!
Offensive content. The biggest question is, why are the Vertex waiting? Oh, look! The little girls who we have to fight are over on the wall! Let's just wait for them to come to us.
Dave, just now you saying that has made me want a version of the show which is entirely from the perspective of the Vertex. And in this episode they'd be like, "Hey, Jim! Yeah! Those girls are just waiting! Yeah, they're waiting for us to come to there. We have to touch a tree. Oh! Should we all be going single file like this? They have powers and shit. Man, just stick to the plan. We run forward, and if they sing a song, we expose our core to them and let ourselves get blown up." Alright, Frankie.
It's time to get ready, everyone.
We have to have a serious talk about our plans. Because I'm starting to think, whatever dark god thing we serve, is a bit of an idiot.
You're not alone, you know?
Oh, and we need to add the requisite, still a billion times better than the animation in Sailor Moon Crystal.
1 minute of this show animates better than 1/2 of one whole season of Sailor Moon Crystal.
Except for that one episode that had a lot of fights.
Yeah, that one episode, the one good one.
I kind of want the Imperial Death March going on, or the Imperial March going on in the background as they're starting to go forward.
I want to know why, what's the range on Togo's sniper rifle?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure...
she should be nailing them right about now.
Yeah, they're not in it, if... Meanwhile, over on the Vertex side, should we be using cover? Nah, man, we're good, we don't cover. But they got a gun, they got a sniper rifle. That guy's dead over there, he just blew the fuck up. Listen, just stick to the plan, run straight forward, if they sing a song, expose our core.
Sir, you're an idiot. And I'm using you as a shield.
This is why later they developed the Vertex app, and they just stick to, infiltrating their schools and, I don't know, graffiti or something. But it turns out the graffiti is very artful and thoughtful, so they end up making a new artistic movement, which only strengthens the humans' resolves.
You get on that, Dojin.
Oh, no, not even a Dojin. Takahiro, have your people contact my people. Your people, who are my people? Have them contact Dave.
Oh, so your boss, gotcha.
Yeah, that's how this goes. There's only one CEO of Two Fat Guys Talk Productions, and it's nobody.
David.
But if there was one, it would be me.
You don't put the janitor in charge of the company.
I will erase you with bleach? Oh God!
You're gonna make me watch Bleach? I'm sorry!
Yeah, I apologize. I wouldn't put my worst enemy through Bleach. I'm sorry about that, dude. I don't know what I was thinking. This is the episode that's like, okay, you guys had some nice school life breathers. It's time for some beautifully animated chaos now.
Yep.
Oh,
And to set up all your suffering for later.
Well, this episode, for the most part, only foreshadows subtly. It kind of left a lot of the foreshadowing to the prior and next episodes. This episode's more of the mid-season action hook.
Hey, Fred! What's the new plan? Get eaten by Joe back there.
Retreating?
Did I mention we have the dumbest plans?
Misa, think we gonna die?
Oh man, you had to do it! You had to do it, didn't you? We run a respectable program here. We never swear or talk about gross bodily functions on this program. And you had to ruin it with a Jar Jar impression. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Well, they were going in to get eaten by their friends.
No, we should not do a 30-second eat out off. Let's just continue.
They merged.
Quiet, Fu!
Why? Why? You did it already! You did... You know, I never actually liked the ultra kimono look of most of the Mankai forms. I liked Yuna's, but that's about it. The rest of them, I'm like... You know, they had something unique to their design, and in the Mankai forms, they're all kind of this weird ultra neo-tech kimono thing. And I'm like, you know what? They could have stood for a bit more diversity in this design. They're all still really cool designs. It's just more of a personal peeve.
Fair enough. I don't mind the designs at all.
Watch this.
Ah, yes. Togo's mobile space fortress, Mankai.
Weapons platform.
Yeah, weapons platform, that's right. That you need a full TIE fighter mission briefing if you're going to try to attack, because it is a full-on weapons platform. It's like, hey, watch my Super Saiyan form. It's, loads and loads and loads and loads of weapons on a platform that shoot.
What are we gonna send after it? The Death Star. Sir, the Death Star's gone.
They didn't even use the exhaust port, they just kept shooting until they hit the core.
They just shot right
They
through.
just punched right
A
through.
weak enemy like this.
And this is the one that they didn't even, like, this is the point that didn't even bother sealing it. She literally just vaporized the thing around the core and then destroyed the core.
Yeah.
There was no sealing involved. And it's dead. And I like that. I hate when fiction establishes these rules and then is super hard-headed about breaking them. No, here it's like, you know what? If someone's strong enough to just blow it, just one-shot it or two-shot it, it's getting two-shot.
Hey, a level 1, we had the seals.
Yeah.
A level 2 said fuck the seals.
Yeah. Levels.
Just 78 more to go.
Yep.
Punishment.
I forgot they managed to make that kind of a comedic demise for that vertex that Itsuki's just looking at it like, huh. Poke. Boom.
Yep.
Now, one thing I forgot is that Itsuki's still talking right now. But after this fight, she don't talk no more. And she doesn't even talk when she goes back into her Mankai form later. And I always thought, did they get their functions back temporarily when they went Mankai? And I don't think they do.
No,
So
they don't.
the price is only paid after their first use, it seems.
Yeah, after they come out of
The form.
the form.
So just stay in it. Fuck. Easy solution.
I forgot about Planet Buster Core.
Yeah, that it's not fair, man. Why is that core is far bigger than the vertex that contained it. If the vertex was smart, they would start weaponizing those damn cores more than they've been doing. Like, they reveal the core, and oh look, the core has loads and loads of guns on it.
Are you okay?
Sorry. I'm just a little exhausted.
Everything's gonna be alright. Thanks for your help. Now watch me go destroy that thing.
I'm always watching.
If you say just friends, I'm gonna drop kick you with the force of Hades.
Deal. Hashtag just friends.
I wondered about this. When I first saw this, my first assumption was, okay, obviously this is like, this thing appeared in space, and okay, none of the satellites around seem to have an issue with it, and there appears to be no space debris. Okay, whatever. Too much effort. Don't need to focus on this crap. But there's a bigger concern here. The planet is a little blue for what it really is. Does this Jukai, or whatever the force field is, give off this illusion that Earth is normal? Because Earth, and we'll see this later in episode 10 or 11, in fact both of those episodes, Earth outside the barrier is, yeah, it's like something out of Doom. It's like a hellscape of fire and vertex and basically hell. It's basically hell. And I'm not seeing a lot of red right now. And I'm wondering if it's purely to keep us from being spoiled too soon, or if it's some side effect of what the Shinju does. Like, is this force field solar system sized? Is it an idea wherein they're fighting the vertex in some weird astral plane?
I can give you a really good guess.
What's that?
In fact, I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Every time we saw the hellscape, What did they do?
Freak out and talk about what a hellscape it is?
They went directly through the barrier where the wall was. They're not piercing the barrier here. Like, the Vertex come through basically a door, which is that wall and the barrier. In this case, they're not going through the doorway, they went straight up.
Like in outer space.
An interesting theory, but we don't see the barrier right now.
Way too big.
Nor do we have to.
What are we supposed to
The barrier is only
Too
along
far.
one axis.
Now what?
It's not like a circle around the tree that they showed down there. It's literally a doorway on one side.
I don't care how big it is.
I
I'm not
think
giving
literally
up.
if you don't go
A
through
true
that
hero
door
would never
or
do that.
blow it up,
She's right.
Like somebody did, Togo.
Right, Yuna?
that
I'm here with you. I can
unless
see
you go
that soul
through a
right there.
direct doorway, you don't see the result outside. Like, this might be literally a pocket world. What we think is an island might be a little bit larger than we thought. Because the pocket dimension may only have one entrance in and out in an effort to at least try and minimize where the fuckers can come in.
Interesting
Because
theory.
remember, we learn later that it is the Taisha and the Shinju-sama that actually open up the door to let them in to try and alleviate the pressure.
Spreading so fast.
No, we learned that there's a prophecy that they break through at certain times. Not that they're purposely letting them in.
Episode 11, I believe, is where they literally told us that it is a point they let them in.
Well, keep that in mind, because I'm gonna want to see that again. We will get there, of course.
Yeah.
An interesting theory. We'll see in future episodes, because rewatching this is making me think about it more. So, yeah, interesting.
I think the best example I can give is like this
The best analog?
comparison
Sure.
I can give would be Scrap Princess.
Are you okay?
No, Scrap Princess was a little island raised above the earth.
What's this?
And that was surrounded by a force field. They showed that.
Except, in the end, before they were put back in, her brother and a bunch of the flying units were fighting in space above it. It
Yes.
was a enclosed, even up in space, where they couldn't see anything, but they saw their world.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that's because it was just high in the sky, though.
They
It
were
had
in
that-
space and
it
they
could-
couldn't see the rest.
No, it had that bit of atmosphere in it, and it had that, like, barrier. So it's not quite like this. That wasn't a dimension. That was a sealed-off piece of the world.
Yeah, but you
If this is
couldn't
a dimension, that's not the
Now
same at
watch
all.
me go destroy that
For all
thing.
we know, this is also an island situation, and what we're seeing right now is just artistic license to make this episode work.
Possibly.
Entirely
We may be
possible.
overthinking.
We might be. I feed on this.
Just friends.
I feed on the Yuris. Your just friends can't stop the very obvious romantic relationship these two are destined to have. And if a sequel does not show that, Takahiro and I gonna have some words. We're not, because I don't know him. But I will be very upset, and I may or may not write a letter about how upset I am.
Gotcha. I'll be sure to tell him to introduce some nice young boys.
If there is a sequel to the show, and either of these two have boyfriends, I'm
I don't know
out!
if it'll last.
I will watch for as long as the boyfriends are introduced and then done. Dunzo! Call it Freddo.
Yes, of course.
Heads. Means I'm done.
Are you really getting into the friend zone?
If only I could set fire to you pyrokinetically. If only I had that power. And everything turned out okay. Folks, thanks for watching us watch this show. We're done. We're done.
No, we're not.
God damn it.
Because now my good friend Hellraiser starts showing up and starts doing horrible things.
Yeah, we will learn the after effects of Mankai or blooming or whatever you want to call it. And basically it takes something. And sometimes it's not something you want to give up, but you kind of got to.
Now it's the thing that you like the most, it seems.
No, not always. Sometimes it's random. I'm pretty sure that Togo was not in love with her own legs when she was Washiosumi.
You saved them.
And, I'm pretty sure that Sonoko was not in love with her. Okay, she's probably in love with her
Everything.
ability to be a person. So
No, I'm just... Think about it.
I did it.
Voice,
I did my best.
sight.
yeah, but nothing about Fu says that she particularly enjoyed seeing out of both eyes, and she only lost it in one. She was able to function just fine. Also, Togo lost her hearing in one ear after this.
Well,
One ear.
Suck it to both, but Yuna loses her sense of taste.
Yep.
She loved food.
Yeah, so it makes sense for one of them.
Two.
Sorry. For two of them. Both of them mouth-related. Horrifying! So,
Yeah, Karin.
yeah, so far the dub of the show's been good. Again, look, the English voice actor for Yuna is trying really hard, and her screams are good. And if I hadn't heard the Japanese voice actor for Yuna screaming her little head off, doing her punches, I would have had nothing favorable to compare it to, but I do, so that's why my one big issue with this dub that I think it could have done better is that. And I feel that it's kind of necessary, but the dub is fine otherwise. Like, it's really solid, it's really strong.
I think the English voice actor for Yuna is doing just fine, even with the yelling that she's doing. She doesn't have to match.
No, I'm not asking for a match. I'm not asking her to match tone.
Karin
I want her to
Miyoshiro.
match intensity,
We have
and
4
she's
wounded.
not.
Injured and
It's like when we were watching Dragon Ball Super
I'm
earlier and we noticed that
requesting medics
Japanese
immediately.
King Kai,
Now, with
his
this
voice
battle
does
behind
not
us,
match
we
the
can say we
intensity
have
of his
defeated
emotions,
all
whereas
12 vertexes.
for whatever issues people might have with
That's right.
English King Kai,
We, the
when he
Sanju
needs to be
Middle School
eccentric
Hero
and
Club.
yelling, he is. So I mean, that's kind of the difference here, right? English Yuna is putting a lot of oomph in it. It's just that she's not matching the oomph Japanese Yuna is. And maybe this is a range, maybe this is her interpretation of the character. That's just fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with Yuna. I just think that in this one aspect, the Japanese voice actor has her beat. I think the Japanese voice actors are generally better in this show, but for Yuna specifically, she's got this big leg up in that one department. Otherwise, the voice acting is stellar.
Catch us more at carlosondaveanimerave.com, where you can watch things like Gravity Falls, Steven
Our
Universe.
review of reviews of them. We are not putting up the episodes.
Of course
let's say.
not.
All this reminded me of the bad things that may potentially be happening in Gravity Falls or not, but especially the ones in Steven Universe. But we'll talk about those when we watch those shows.
Yeah.
And you can watch some duds too, like No Game No Life, which we couldn't even finish the second episode of,
Probably got through the...
and Steins Gate, which is like experimentally bad. And I gotta edit those Madoka Magica reviews, but I don't wanna. That means I have to relive the stupid show.
Do it.
I will finish this Yuki Yuna retrospective dub review well before all of our Madoka reviews get out. I promise you.
Well, I guess I gotta stall this now.
I guess I gotta stall your metabolism
Already done.
by injecting you with air.